on the line not too long ago. He mentioned he was sideswiped and he's been struggling with the insurance company, but I believe he said it was the other person's insurance company. What are the first steps? If we get sideswiped, who should we call first? What should we do?
Yeah, usually if you've ever been in an accident, that you typically are going to swap insurance information with the other driver. Now, as long as everybody agrees with what happens, that can be the best first start. Having their information is important, but sometimes we find that they give you the wrong insurance information, the policy had lapsed, all sorts of different things can happen. But ideally, yes, they give you the proper insurance company. You can call their insurance company. They'll open the claim. They get to have a reasonable time. That reasonable time can be no set time. It could be a week to 10 days, but it could be longer because they have a right to investigate and sort of find out what happened from the other perspective. That's the easiest. Now, as I told him, and he talked about, I think property damage was his main issue. And when he referenced in that call that his vehicle, he owned his own vehicle, what I infer from that is that he owns it's paid for, so he probably didn't have collision coverage on it. Most people, when their car's paid for, it's an older model, the cost of collision insurance, that's the insurance that fixes your car. It gets too expensive, so they don't pay that. Now,
so what are our options then if we're in a
if you're in
like
a situation where you don't have your own, you're at the mercy of the other insurance company. So he's dealing with what lots of people deal with, the runaround from the other company. And unfortunately, or fortunately for us, a lot of times that's how people come to see us.
They end up calling you.
Yeah, and I can't tell you over the years the number of people that came to see us because they were getting the runaround or because they wouldn't give them a fair or reasonable offer on their car. And then they had, oh yeah, I've been sore, I've been going to the doctor. I wasn't going to make a claim for my injury if they just fixed my car. And it just amazes me that they won't and they don't. So people end up coming to us and we open both claims, the property damage and the personal injury claim. So that's a reason for the phone call. I mean, he made it here on the air. That's great. Hope it helped him go the right direction. But that's what we're here for. Every day they can call the office and ask those exact same questions.
If they call your office, how can they get in touch with you? And then what is that process like? For a lot of people, especially if they've never worked with an attorney, that can be an intimidating process.
Yes, we try to make it super, super easy. I can't speak for other law firms. I've been doing this. My firm's been doing this, gosh, almost 30 years here in the River region. We have an office. We have a great staff, a team we've put together, a number of attorneys. Some lawyer is always at our office available to answer your questions in person. So if you don't want to call and talk to somebody over the phone, you want to come by the office, go to our website, find our address, come by. We'd love to see you in person. We try to make it super easy, but with our office, when you talk to a lawyer, if you decide you want us to represent you, you get assigned 2 attorneys on your case. You get assigned a case manager that keeps up with the day-to-day collecting the data, getting your medical records in, helping you get the medical records in. And so there's several sets of eyes on everything going on in your claim, and sometimes that's reason enough, just so that you don't miss anything, especially if you've not been
someone
through the process.
to hold you accountable.
Absolutely, or just give you the path. Like, hey, make sure you have this, this, and this.
If you're going to the doctor, make sure you get this.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier the ER visit. Most people there's like 5 separate bills that come from an ER visit, and I have so many people go, well, here's my ER visit. Well, okay, that's one.
Where are the
rest of them? Right, and they can trickle in later, and if you resolve your claim, you let the insurance company pay that one bill, and then later the other ones come in.
More.
They're not going to let you come back and get any more money. So yeah, so always great things, great question. Come in, we try to make it super easy.
How can they get in touch with you if they weren't able to call today?
Yeah, it's as easy as dialing 3 for me, 333-3333, or the VanceLawFirm.com or WSFA.com and leave a question. We'll get to it on a Thursday.
If you're scared or working or for whatever reason you're not able to call live on air, submit that question and then we will read that question for you and ask Stewart. And as always, he will follow up with you if he has any questions or if he thinks they can help. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Here on Alabama Live. We truly appreciate it.